Well, there goes the old bush hog. We'll show you the new one here in a little while. But they brought it with a tractor so that they could get it on and off the trailer. New one off the trailer. And the old one on. So we are, well, these guys are putting a new stainless floor pieces in this head. We've got this one section here that needs replaced, and we've got to get a new one for the one that's missing, right, Bob?
Yep.
This job didn't go too bad, other than we're bent right here a little bit. We had to modify that corner a little. So this job is done. This will be ready to cut wheat next year. Oh, we got a finger to put in here too.
Yeah. Where you got it?
Huh?
Where you got it?
Well, here is the new bush hog. We'll demonstrate this thing being used here in the next couple days. This is a new model. The other one was a CX20. This is a FC20R. So we're gonna get after it here with other stuff, and I thought I would just show you this new unit. Well, here's what we are up to today. We are gonna get this truck back together. If you followed along in the last video, you'll know that we had to go after a wheel seal on that. And we've got parts that are gonna be here in a little while. So the boys are working on, well, what'd you have to do, crack that open? The boys are working on getting this bush hog set up here. This one came with a valve to run all three wings with one remote, but we're gonna put hose ends on it here and take that valve off. Okay, so they've got this thing about ready to go. They took that valve off, so now we've got each function is on a separate remote. We got up and down in one remote. One wing is on another remote, and the opposite wing is on the third. What they're doing now is they're going to take the safety chain off. We don't want to have that get caught in the, now this pin is real tight. There's a, like a prop, like peg on this thing that you could use for a jack, and then that, I think that pin has to stay in.
It also goes through this arm.
All right, so what is that anyways? Is it? No, see, it's this thing right here. That. Yeah. I think this is pinched down because it's hitting there. So I think you got to put the jack down, or the hydraulics down a little bit, and then we can pull that pin out. And then we'll take this thing off. Take that thing out, and then I think this pin has to go back in.
Yeah, because it holds this.
Yeah.
That was loose when it was all the way down.
Yeah, it was. That jack thing is pinched right here. So what this has is a, it has a metal peg that you would sit down, and then you would put the hydraulics down on it. So, what do you got? That nut go all the way through? So, yeah, let him put it down some, we'll figure it out. Pull that pin when he lets it down. All right, pull it right out. Yeah. All right, so. No, I would leave it just like that. This pin still rotates, so you should be able to get that apart and then right back together. So yeah, that's a great idea. You can pin that like that and then set that down on the ground, and then it's got its own jack, but it's got an implement jack for it anyways. If that pin falls out and you don't notice it, that peg is going back underneath the machine. So rather than bend shit up, we'll just leave that alone here. So all right, we got some pieces to remove here. So pull that out on your side. There's not another pin in it too, is there? Oh, it's got something else to it?
The pipe has a bushing that goes over this arm.
Oh, so it really can't be taken out.
I don't know if you have to pin it down.
Well, so that prop leg really can't be removed. What it has is a big long tube on the top of it that pin goes through, and that won't drop down between these two pieces here. So what we're going to do, what they've got it designed to do, you pull that draw pin out. Well, I call it a draw pin. You pull the pin out that's got the R clip on it, and then you put that pin back in underneath there, keeps that stationary. Then you just lower the bush hog down onto the ground, and then that is your implement jack. But we know what's going to happen with that pin that's got the R clip in it. That's going to fall out then that thing's gonna end up back there, and it could potentially take these brackets here and bend them. And we're also taking the safety chain off of here now as well. Will that bolt push right through? Yeah, all right. So, the one thing I didn't like about it was the prop gets caught up in the top there. Maybe it'll be all right if we don't, this here was getting caught up in here, so I thought about cutting the front lip of that off so that it doesn't get pressured up in there. So just modifying new equipment here. Well, we're taking the safety chain off because you know what happens to those safety chains with a machine that's out in the weeds and the bushes. The hook gets unhooked and then that chain drags and it ends up getting caught in the cutter section. So I'm going to cut that off, and we're going to put that up into place, put a bolt in it, and that'll keep it from falling down. That should work, right?
I think so.
It's raining more than I thought it was gonna.
Yeah.
Just got a slow draw here to it.
What are you doing? What, did he hit something real big?
No.
Yeah, I made it.
Well, these guys are going through greasing and tightening the wheels. Yeah, tightening them.
Well, the rim was split.
Well, I think it says I think it says that you're supposed to tighten them daily. So, that was a little tighter or no?
A little bit.
Don't go to college, kids, because this is what you learn right here. You learn how to set up equipment wrong. Some college intern probably put this together. Now, we've learned through the years to double check all this new stuff. How'd the greasing go anyways?
Like, half of them were pre-greased.
What about the, you said there was a U-joint that was dry?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wow. You'll have to carry this wrench with you, Andrew. I had a header cart one day. I was going down 20, and my brother-in-law passed me, and he called me. He says, "Hey, you got something going on there." It was a wheel that didn't have lug nuts. It had studs, so the frickin' wheel was just sitting on the lip. It was still there. The rim was sitting on the lip of the hub of that header trailer. That was in 2014. Thing was brand new. If that wheel would have came off, the head probably would have twisted enough on the head. It probably would have slid off the trailer and everything else. So, well, our modifications have been made. I don't know. We'll have to get this down in the ground and tighten these up. They're probably torque spec'd correctly. So, oh well. Can you figure this contraption out? Huh?
I don't know.
Does it?
It's not going on. Oh, it's caught.
It's got to be pulled out here. No, you got to pull it out on that side or in.
Oh, the cover bends up a little bit.
Oh. You're gonna end up punching him in the face.
Yeah.
Huh.
Didn't run down the road to get here.
They didn't run down the road.
Them pins are in there, right? Hey! Well, we are in the final setup stages here. We put it down And we thought the wing bags had more air in them than needed, which they do. The center went down a lot farther, but they got these brackets on here that are all bent up. And we got looking at it and we're like, well, we're thinking that's just a shipping bracket. So we're going to remove those. And you have to jump up in there, Andrew, and raise it up some. It looks as though that's all they are, is some kind of a shipping bracket. Because it doesn't make any sense here. They're all bent up anyways. So, yeah.
There's gonna be pressure on that.
There's gonna be pressure. We gotta raise it up.
This is all the way up.
Or put it down a little bit.
Blocks or something.
Yeah.
Even then, we're gonna have to drain the air out of them. That's what we're gonna have to do.
Probably, yeah.
Those shocks are still gonna. Those shocks will still have pressure. Good.
I think so. I think that's extra equipment.
Yeah, just hope they fall down.
No, it doesn't. It's got to be a shipping bracket. Fucking got to be, right?
Yeah.
You got enough threads?
Here. Mexico! Alright, I'll get an air hose out here. These are mucho bent. If they're not a shipping bracket, we just bent them and we don't know why yet. So we'll have to get some air back in them bags and yeah. See if we can't get it figured out here. So I'm just using the tire truck thing to evacuate it. I just touch it and evacuate it. Now it's down to the wing now. Yeah, that looks a little better there now.
Even anyway, this one's up more.
Yeah, that's the way the ground is right there.
Yeah.
Well, you ready to roll out?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Well, we got these airbags aired up to the way they're supposed to, the position they're supposed to be in. And then here's this bracket is on there like that. So I don't believe that would have worked at all. Maybe that's not supposed to be tight or something, but I don't know. I don't think this is supposed to be on there at all. If it is supposed to be on there, the only thing I can think of is maybe they just had it tight.
Yeah.
Too tight. Because this will line up. But I don't know. We'll have to straighten these. If they're supposed to be on there, we'll put them back on. But I think they're on there for shipping. Go ahead. We'll have to straighten them and put them back on. They might have had them just too tight. I don't know. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Whoa. That looks a lot better. We're kind of wondering if maybe this bracket is supposed to be on here. But if they were supposed to be on here, it'd be on those positions there. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just a shipping bracket, to be honest with you. Not sure. So, all right. All the wheels on this one are straight. The other one we had some bent wheels on it. Alright, back to the shop. Well, Andrew's been out and around with us, but we've got to perform some more modifications. This, he noticed that the PTO shroud was getting into this part. Was it here or up here? It's right there, right?
Yeah, right there.
So, we're going to, it's not getting into it by much, but it is eating into the shroud right here, and it's just going to peel this piece right off of there. So, I don't know if we should just cut this off the rest of the way.
Yeah, it might better just take the shroud off that part.
Cut this off.
Yeah.
And that one off.
Then it'll be covered.
Or do we cut that off?
That would be the easier way.
Yeah, I got my metal cutting saw out here, but we'll just cut that with a razor blade. If we cut the metal, then it's just gonna rust.
Yeah. That's look like hell.
See how that does. Alright. See how that does. I don't want to hear anything from you clowns about cutting guards off. We don't regularly ride on the bush hog, you moron. So, yeah. Yeah. See how that... Yeah. So that should be pretty good there now.